Hey, what's up guys, it's Dom from Hole Printing Inc. In today's video, I'm taking you step by step on the direct-to-film printing process. Make sure they're properly closed and shake all of your ink tanks. After that guys, the next step is going to be opening up your design. I made a free download for a DTF page setup. This ensures that the DTF page prints out all the 4 colors so you don't have to change your settings. Full-on videos on my channel. You can click right here if you want to learn more and download the file. File save as PNG, and once you got this saved as a PNG, you can go on your Acro Rip software. This is the one we're using right now. You might also have this one. They're both similar, but open up your Acro Rip software and open up your file. Perfect, so now your file is in the Acro Rip software. So I click this big power button and this green power button is going to turn on the machine, and then the machine is going to do its head cleaning. Let it around 5 to 10 minutes to do its head cleaning, so just let it do its thing. Alright guys, so once the image is in your Acro Rip software, I like to center it, just as so. From here, I'll show you guys the settings. So first thing guys, double click, mirror. I'll let focus, mirror right here. So I'll show you guys once again what I did. I just double clicked and then it has the option mirror. Or if guys, you'd like, you can go here, file, edit, and then you can go here and click mirror. Make sure it's highlighted in blue. That's when you know your image has been mirrored as so. Once the image is mirrored, you can go in the white section on the bottom corner right here. So section white. Sorry for the focus guys, we'll be getting a new camera soon. But first thing you want to do is 100% white under any colored pixels, and you want to put this to 200% white if you're using this Acro Rip, or if you're using the other one you might be limited to 100. Make sure you have these settings as well as 1 pixel on each side here. After that, moving on. This is important, the color range, you want 80% and 200% if you're using this same Acro Rip software. Contrast and brightness at 100 are pretty much the stock, so what you are starting off with, so you don't really have to change anything here. It's mostly in the white, as I mentioned, white and color, and also the layout is going to be pretty much the same thing. I'll just show you guys what is my layout. If ever you guys are having trouble, at least you'll be able to see. After that guys, from there we can go file and we can do a head cleaning. So run F12. Then it's gonna run its head cleaning. So guys, it's not finished. It might take a while, like I mentioned, 5 to 10 minutes. You'll hear it, as you just heard, it like when it's doing that, it's still doing its head cleaning. Once the head cleaning is done, so you pressed F12 and it's no longer doing any noise, you know it's done. You can now do the maintenance on each and every single color. So what you'll do is you can close this, you'll open this right here, you can reopen your crate. From there, you will open every single color and you will pull it with a different syringe. So if you only have 1 syringe, guys, you'll have to wash and then let it dry and do every single color as so. And to let it dry, what I mean, guys, is just to, you know, repeatedly in and out to take off all of that moisture. And from there, you can do your maintenance. I did a full video on how to do my maintenance, so I'll have it linked right here. So I'll go ahead and do it, but if you guys want a full video on how to do your maintenance, make sure to click this video so you guys can see how to do it. So guys, after your maintenance is done, you can go wash your syringe and we can move on to the next step. So after your syringe is washed, you can close this, your maintenance is done. Now you're ready to insert a sheet in your direct-to-film printer. What I like to do is I keep all my sheets printed side up, so this is the side that's gonna go get printed on. So what I do is I pull it out as so, and I take it like this. So like I said, my thumb right here, which my index is pointing on, is the printing side. So I keep it on my thumb. And from there, I know that this side is the side which the printer needs to be putting the ink on. Now, also guys, if you don't know, there's a little slit right here. You can know like this. So it's like, it's hard to see on the camera, but it's like, It's like slitted like this. And also if you scratch on some sheets, you'll be able to see which side has the most dominant amount of powder, and that's the side you want to be printing on. So just make sure it's properly inserted like this. Make sure this thing is nice and flush, keeping your paper, and you're ready to print. Make sure everything on your printer is looking good. This is the temperature in the front. It can fluctuate a few degrees. Just make sure everything looks good. Now, right before you start your print, start your oven if you have one, or your heat press if you're going to be hovering over it. Full on course on the oven settings right here, but I'll show you guys quickly how to do it as well. So guys, now the next step is to actually print. So file and then F10 or print. These are my settings. I'll let you guys copy, and you just need to do this, file copy 1 and also 100% white. Just make sure you have these settings 100% white, and you have these same exact settings with copy 1, copy 1, copy 1. Make sure everything is perfect here, and then from there you can click print. While you're waiting for your print to print, you can prepare your powder. So guys, if you don't have a place to insert your powder, what I suggest is you just try to find some sort of, you know, a container. Like this would be the perfect example. You know, it would be big enough for a sheet. You can insert your powder into that and just scoop it. I made a full video on the powder, but this is where we insert our powder, guys. So it's really convenient. The sheet fits perfectly. Having it in a drawer like this really like mitigates all the dust particles, all that type of stuff which can get in the powder, which we don't want at all. So just make sure you guys prepare something while the print is printing, like a big bucket, something around this size, you know, to be able to insert the sheet, to be able to put your white powder or black powder, whatever color powder, you know, you are using on your sheet. So just do that while it's printing. It's going to save you some time, and from there we'll move on to the next step. So the printer is finishing up. Next step, I'll show you guys how to pick up your sheet and insert it inside the powder. Now, wherever you prepared your powder, as previously mentioned, make sure to just prepare it. So for myself, I'll just shake this powder as so. Make sure that there's not any molecules that I don't want inside, so dust, stuff like that. And try to make sure that there's no clumps also. So like this is really not too bad. Perfect, guys. So my powder is ready. We're waiting for the sheet to finish up. I put a little watermark at the bottom. So the printer is done. Now guys, this is how you're going to pick up your sheet. Come here. Now I am filming this alone, so it is going to be a bit tricky. Now I'm going to place the camera just right here, guys, so you guys can see. But basically I'm still holding it with my thumb right here. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it like this. Okay, so I'm holding it, and this is the side that we want to put the powder on. So the side that it was coming out of the printer with the white backing, this is the side we're going to be inserting inside the powder. So I'll just show you guys my perspective inside of the powder. So we'll just put this as so, and we'll put this in the back here so you guys can see. Now what I like to do, guys, is I scoop it up as so, and we just let the powder slowly go on the logo, very, very slowly. And we like to shake it as well at the same time. Slow shake. Slow and steady shake, guys. Now, we remove it, and we like to do this, guys, 2 to 3 times to make sure that we don't miss anything, you know. Make sure to shake off the excess powder, and we'll go for one last time, guys, and shake it off. So scoop and slowly shake. And then from there, guys, I'm going to take off this camera and show you guys last little step we can do. And then from there, guys, still holding it the same way, we can just shake that excess powder off as so. There we go, guys. Now we are ready to insert this inside of the oven. All right, guys, so open up your oven. Now I'm doing this with one hand. You guys will obviously have a bit more ability or agility. So just insert it like this into the oven. And now what I like to do, guys, is I have a full-on oven video, but what you guys can do is just copy these settings. So I like to do 111 for 82 seconds. Now it's like between 106 and 113. So 111 is usually my setting, Celsius. 82 seconds, we're gonna start it. And once it beeps on the 82 seconds, once it's over, we're gonna flip it around. While you're waiting, if you are gonna be heat pressing it after, you can turn on the heat press you're gonna be using. So guys, about 25 seconds left before we turn it the first time. I'll just set up my shirt too. I made a full video on how to line up shirts. If you guys are interested, you can click right up here, and this video will show you guys how to perfectly line up your prints. Perfect, guys, so we're closing up on the first round. Now it's gonna beep. You can press start. You're gonna open this as so. You're gonna take the corner of the sheet like this slowly, and you're just gonna rotate the sheet just like this, and you're gonna put it another 82 seconds. Now guys, these are the temperature settings you want, so 280 degrees Fahrenheit. And guys, the time is gonna be 44 seconds for the pressing. I'm just finished up. You can turn off the oven now if you're done with your direct-to-film printing for today. Now after your oven is off, you can take off the sheet. And I'm just gonna show you guys, obviously I'm filming with one hand, but wow. This logo came out to be phenomenal, guys. Now the next step, we're just gonna cut off the watermark right here. From there, guys, you are ready to print. You don't want these little waves in your fabric, so put a parchment paper or Teflon paper over your garment, and you're gonna press it. Now, around 12 to 10 seconds, something like that. Good pre-press with good pressure. Nice, guys, so we removed the majority of the wrinkles. Now I did do a video on how to line up your shirts. I do suggest you guys go check it out right here. So we're gonna line this up, and then we're gonna be ready to press. Perfect, guys. Once your logo is lined up, you can put some heat transfer tape if you don't want it to move. Now this is very optional. I usually don't do this because if you place your Teflon paper slowly and properly, you shouldn't really have a problem. Put it like this. I can see through it, so I see that it hasn't moved the logo at all, and it's covering the entirety of my t-shirt, so I'm ready to print. And also my heat press is telling me that it is ready to print. So guys, these are the settings: 280 degrees Fahrenheit for 44 seconds for the first press. We're gonna be applying good to high pressure, and I am doing this manually, guys. So I hop on this little stool and I manually press it like this. I like to get a feel for it, and I like to, you know, really put my pressure on the heat press. So we're gonna be pressing this, as I mentioned, for 44 seconds. Good to high pressure. Remove your Teflon paper or parchment paper, and from there, this is a cold peel, so you're gonna wait for this to be room temperature before you can peel this off. So just wait a bit. I'd say around 2 to 5 minutes. So guys, basically what I've done is I've just placed this t-shirt on this table, so it's gonna cool down a bit quicker. After that, we're gonna need to put it back on the heat press, but at least from here, it's easier to peel off because you're not close to, you know, a heating element, because I have burnt my hand a few times. So what I like to do, guys, especially if I am in a big production, so I have a few shirts to do at once, I take the shirt off, I let it cool down. That way I can continue my production and continue doing t-shirts, you know. So I put it on the side. Now it's been around, you know, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, so we're gonna cold peel it, and I'm gonna show you guys how it looks. So guys, I do apologize for the angle in advance. A few key takeaways before I actually peel this off. Depending on the type of sheet, so depending on this, the DTF film that you're using, some go easier if you do it all in one motion, and some go easier if you like kind of yank it. I don't want to confuse you guys too much. Don't get discouraged, guys, if you print on this and it completely fails. So before you even, you know, like go too further into your experience, if you're using a good t-shirt, it's not the end of the world, but try to use like scrap t-shirts after this print if you have difficulties, because you might have to, you know, tweak a few things and, you know, change your method of peeling. So Now what I do, guys, for these for these sheets, it's a quick peel, and my previous sheets were actually like a yank peel. So a lot of information I know, guys, but just do your own testing to see which peeling off method works best for you. And even some DTF printers go very slowly, so it all depends, guys. But me, it's a quick yank, so don't get like too discouraged if you see me yanking it quickly. So guys, I'll go ahead and do it right now. Here we go. There we go, guys. Flawless. Now the next step, guys, once we have actually printed this out, is going to be to repress it. You can re-put it on the heat press, and we're going to go for that press once again. Now this second press, guys, that we're doing right now is going to really make sure to keep this DTF print to last many, many washes. Now what I like to do, guys, is stretch out my fabric before I do my last press. Up and down, sideways, all that type of stuff. Stretch it, and we're gonna print it the last time. I can't believe how incredibly beautiful this logo is. This is just to show you how detailed we can go with direct-to-film. Now the last print, guys, so the last press, guys, is around 22 seconds for the same amount of degrees, but we're going for half of the time with the same amount of pressure. You can remove your Teflon paper or parchment paper, take off your t-shirt, and you're done. This is the final result, guys. Absolutely impeccable. Wow. So guys, this is what direct-to-film can bring into your print shop. A lot of vibrancy, a lot of complex details. Incredibly satisfied on how this t-shirt came out. If you guys found this video somewhat helpful, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new. This was Dom from Hole Printing Inc. Make a print you'll never forget.